Hey there guys, in this video I just wanted to briefly talk about the new series boss battles we got today on Global, give you some impressions and all that, and also make you aware of the clear that I did on Neo Exdeath. So earlier today when the servers came up, I went ahead and live streamed my attempts on the series boss battles. During the live stream we actually got a clear on Exdeath. And this is the old one, but the new one has missions for 30, 20, and 15 turns. We got I think a 28 turn clear, and we got one of the missions done. It turns out that the new series boss battles are very challenging, so we're going to talk more about that in a second. But real quick, a thing I very often get is questions about stuff that I live streamed, and people aren't really aware of how to watch the live streams after they're over. So in this video, just real quickly, I'm going to show you. So if you go to my channel right here on YouTube, this is on PC. It'll probably be different on mobile. I'm not entirely sure how to do it on mobile, but probably the same concept. Anyway, so most of the videos you can find on the Home tab or the Video tab, and they're usually sorted in order. But right here, if you look where the mouse is, next to the Video tab is this Live tab. This will show you replays of the live streams. For example, mostly I just stream Clash of Wills. As you can see, each month we've got a live stream where I do the Clash of Wills completely blind. For the most part, we live stream the new Chamber of Arms when it came out 10 months ago, stuff like that. But if you ever miss a live stream that I do and you want to see how it went, you can click on these. And today, with right here, the series boss battle, you can click on this and you can see a replay of the live stream, including a replay of the chat and all that. And just like a regular video, you can pause, you can skip around, etc. As you can see, here's where we were attempting it. You can see over here, you can see the chat replay. So you can experience the entire live stream as we did it. It'll just be, a replay. Obviously, you can't chat anymore, stuff like that. But just to real quickly, let me zoom around real quick to where we got there, and I'll show that. Oh, this was yeah. After Exdeath, we went to Kefka and tried him out. We didn't get a win on Kefka. But right here, you can see that we got a 22 turn clear on phase 2. Phase 1 was, I think, 6 or 8 turns, or 7 turns. Let me see if I can find it real quick in the live stream. It's somewhere around here. We kind of want plan. Anyway, the whole point is you can watch the replay of the live stream right here. So if you want to see my clear on Exdeath, check out the live replay. I'll also pin a comment directly to the replay in this video, because I probably will not be going back to Exdeath immediately. There's 4 series boss battles. I want to start working on another one, and eventually I'll go back to Exdeath and try to do an updated clear. But if you want to see my Exdeath clear, you can find it on the live stream. I actually might rename the title to the Exdeath clear just so you can find it easier. Anyway, so talking about the new series boss battles and how I feel about them, what the people in chat seem to feel about them, I will say right away, they are, well, I only actually tried Exdeath and Kefka. I didn't even try Vlad or Chaotic Darkness just yet, because after streaming this morning, I had plans for July 4th. It's a holiday where I am, and I went to a barbecue this afternoon, but I'm back home now. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't had time to even try Vlad or Chaotic Darkness yet, but I'm going to assume they're all 4 of them about the same difficulty. But Exdeath and Kefka are very, very challenging. They're super bulky, and they deal crazy amounts of damage. And this is basically exactly what I had asked for. I really wanted a very hard challenge, and it is extremely challenging. But I certainly saw comments during the live stream that some players were a little unhappy that it seemed so hard. People were making jokes like this is whale only, free-to-plays are impossible, all that kind of stuff. I don't necessarily disagree with those comments. I do feel like, based on my, I only had 2 hours of testing, but based on the 2 hours of live streaming this fight, I would have to agree, it does seem like these are not intended for newer players that don't have a very powerful account. Because I was using EX3 of the brand new units, and I still barely won. If you watch the live stream, you'll see it was not an easy win. We were like on the razor's edge of losing multiple times in that fight, and we only got the last turn count mission with a buffer of 1 turn remaining. And we failed 2 out of 3 turn count missions. And that was with EX3 of Fundamental and Ethne. So, I mean, we had a really good team, and we barely got it done. So I certainly don't disagree when people are saying it's tuned for like high-end players, whales, whatever you want to call it. But something you have to keep in mind is these are permanent content. This is not like a Clash of Wills or a weekly boss that goes away next week. These are going to be here until the game closes its doors. So you have, as long as the game is up, you have time to work on these fights and get better over time. So one thing that people in the chat were saying is, oh, Wilhelm will make these really easy. I'm not sure that's going to be the case, but Wilhelm, or more specifically, the overdrive mechanic as a whole, will absolutely be a big benefit on these series boss battles. Overdrive is a really big power creep, and just having access to overdrive will make these a lot easier because you can speed through the phases a lot quicker. So that 15 turn count mission, I think, is probably impossible if we don't have overdrive yet. I could be wrong. It's day 1. Maybe someone will come out with a crazy clear tomorrow doing it in 15 turns. It's very possible. I don't know. But, yeah, overdrive is probably going to be a big deal. And I'm slightly regretting that I went so hard for Ethne and Fundamental and didn't save anything extra for Wilhelm, because now I want Wilhelm to give me an overdrive mechanic. And I don't have any savings remaining. But we've got some gifts coming in from anniversary, so I might be fine. Anyway, the whole point of this video is to say, don't freak out if you can't kill it on turn 1, or you can't kill it on day 1. I can't either, as far as the missions go. Think of these as a long-term project. Remember the new Chamber of Arms, the Wicked Queen Biaka or whatever, and how hard she was on day 1, and it took people 20, 30, 40 turns to get a clear in. On JP, my very first clear on the Wicked Queen took 217 turns. I've still got the video on my channel. If you want to see my very first Wicked Queen fight in JP, 217 turns, and that was not an auto-repeat clear. That was 217 turns of playing every single turn by hand. It was that hard. And look last week. What did we do last week? Last week, we killed the Wicked Queen on turn 1 with power creep. That's how it works. So, Exdeath, Kefka, Vlad, Chaotic Darkness, they may seem completely insane right now with the units we have available, but give it a week, give it a month, put the new units in there, get our 1250 leader skills from like Clive, other units, the Crimson Rain, that kind of stuff. Give us some overdrives. Wilhelm's getting an overdrive. And these series boss battles that seem completely impossible will start becoming a lot more realistic and a lot more doable for a wider audience. Yeah, the more power creep goes down, goes along, the more these hard trials will become more and more approachable by a larger group of players. And that's, in my opinion, a great way to tune it. I'm very happy that these are so hard that most of them, or most players, will not be able to kill it on day 1. And it gives you a goal of something to work towards in the game. And the final reason for this video is for me to just say, don't expect me to have a video for all of these today. Like, even myself, I might not even kill some of these this week, because the Kefka one, I do think the Kefka series boss battle is probably going to be the hardest one by far. Kefka is certainly the hardest of these 4. I would rank them Kefka as the hardest, Exdeath as the second hardest, Vlad is probably the third hardest, and Chaotic Darkness is probably the easiest one. And yeah, so I will be spending time either this week or as the weeks go on working on these. And when I have videos, I will post them, but it might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be this week. But when I have them, I will post them. And in the meantime, you can watch the live stream I did for Exdeath, where we got a win. We did win. Keep that in mind. We beat it on day one, and we got the materia. We got the primary. The primary reward is that materia, which we got. So there you go. And I'm fairly confident we can beat Chaotic Darkness. Honestly, probably in 20 turns. I'm more confident in Chaotic Darkness as the easiest one. Vlad's going to be tricky, and Kefka, Kefka. I think we're going to save Kefka for last, because I think he's going to be the hardest one by far. By far, Kefka is going to be the ultimate end goal for our journey through series boss battles, which is so cool too, because Kefka deserves it. Anyway, there's a quick update on the series boss battles. I will have videos when I can, and in the meantime, go to the live tab and you can watch the Exdeath clear. Okay, I will see you guys in a bit. Later.